Hi, I'm Stephanie Strange. Want to hear something scary?
The girl with the green ribbon. Harlan stared at the girl in the coffee shop. He had never seen such a vision of pure beauty. Although he was usually shy, he made his way over to talk to her. As if something was pulling him, he was thrilled when she smiled and motioned for him to join her. Several hours and many coffees later, he asked her out on a date. When Harlan arrived at the restaurant the next evening, Jenny was already seated. Somehow, she looked even more beautiful than before. This time wearing a wonderful green dress that not only enhanced her beautiful eyes, but also the green ribbon around her neck. He remembered she worn it yesterday too. Over the next few months, Harlan and Jenny spent almost all of their time together. Their relationship blossomed quickly into true love. Jenny's slender neck was always wrapped in the same velvet green ribbon, which Harlan couldn't help but admire. But he was so smitten with Jenny, he never thought to ask about it. Until one day he took her to the beach. It was warm and she was wearing a stunning green bathing suit. He suggested they head into the sea to cool down for a bit. He watched her remove her cover-up, slip off her sandals, and make her way into the water. But she was still wearing the ribbon tied in a dainty bow. "Jenny," he asked, "why don't you take off your ribbon? It'll get soggy in the sea." For the first time during their blissful few months together, Harlan saw something momentarily flash in Jenny's eyes. Then she smiled and said, "My choker is very special. I never, ever take it off." So despite thinking it slightly odd, Harlan didn't mention it again. He took her back to the same restaurant on the 6-month anniversary and presented her with an expensive gold locket. Jenny gasped when she opened the box and threw her arms around him. But when he reached for the ribbon, intending to take it off and replace it with the gift, she brushed his hand away, reminding him of her previous words. "The necklace, darling. I shall treasure it, but the choker never comes off, remember? It never comes off." Again, he saw the split-second flash in her eyes as she spoke. Not wanting to upset the woman he adored so much, he promised that he wouldn't try to trick her again. That said, it bothered him that on their wedding day, when Jenny looked like a fairy tale princess all in white and shimmering with pearls, she wore the green ribbon. He found it strange and off-putting, but obeyed her wish to not mention it. The fact that she insisted on wearing the green scarf no matter what the doctor said when going through the stringent birth plan of their first child concerned him. He kept his word though, even as she was being rushed into the hospital for an emergency C-section. Yet it ate away at him. Whenever he dared to approach the subject, asking why did she always wear it, why did she not remove it when sleeping, bathing, anything at all, she would simply reply, "All I ever ask from you, Harlan, is to allow me this one thing. I can't explain it, but I will not remove it. And neither must you. Promise me." So despite loving Jenny very much and being a good father, Harlan's resentment festered just below the surface. Until Jenny got sick. His wife was seldomly ill, but not long after her 50th birthday, she was struck with a very bad case of pneumonia and spent the day and night coughing and struggling to breathe. She was fast asleep after an extreme coughing fit, having exhausted herself when Harlan broke his promise. He told himself the choker was now not only inconvenient, but an actual danger to her. Jenny needed help breathing, not a restriction around her neck, and so with shaking hands and feeling just a little smug, he took a pair of nail scissors from the dresser and snipped off the ribbon which he had grown to loathe. Thump! He turned his head. As Harlan looked down at the floor, he screamed. He screamed again and fell onto his knees. "No, no, no!" he cried out, staring in disbelief at the object that had fallen on the floor. And just before he fainted from shock, she spoke. Jenny's decapitated head, which now lay on the floor while her body remained on the bed, spoke. "I told you not to take the ribbon off, Didn't I?